extra 500 hectares into rice production twice in a year. That gives us 1 million hectares. On the average of 4 tons per hectare, it gives us about 4 million metric tons of paddy. At the conversion rate of paddy to made rice is just 60%. So if you convert that 4 million, you convert it into made rice, it will give us about 2.4 million metric tons, which is far above our supply gap.
How would you come and tell me in next year Nigeria will be self-sufficient in rice? This is rice that we're just trying to put in perspective. No more stones. It has to be well polished. We have to sell it to Nigerians as well. We have to ensure that things are done properly. I don't want to blab. That is the style of governance in Africa and Nigeria. We don't face reality. There are issues beyond planting rice.
We are going to start training our farmers on best practices because they've been neglected for too long. So how many years would we use to train them to engage in best practices? Yes, we have bad roads and coal in some developed countries also, but they have network. They have systems that make things happen. One crucial thing that we don't pay attention to here when we talk about, this, I call it academic exercise, talking about rice production in 1 year. How possible is that? We don't have the electricity to do it. We don't have solar. The price of diesel is skyrocketing. So how will you produce the rice to compete with India, who have the technology, who have the variety, who you can buy seeds readily available in all these countries? As of Nigeria, let anybody want to produce maybe 300,000 hectares. That's close to like 1 million acres. You won't find the seeds. It's not available. And when we have enough to feed ourselves, maybe 50% of our need, then we can begin to drop importation. Many people would have seen the policy consistency and would have jumped into it.
Only a few of the 36 Nigerian states contribute over 50% of the local production, and this is changing the future of thousands of rice farmers.
The goal is to make Nigeria self-sufficient in rice in the shortest possible time and even in export. And I'm glad what we are witnessing in KEBBI, what we are witnessing across the country, shows that the goal is already at hand.
KEBBI gives us 1 million tons of rice. Nigeria's need now is 7 million tons. We need only 7 other states to do the same. The extra we can export. Why are we spending $5 million a day importing rice? $5 million a day importing rice from Thailand and Vietnam. What is it they can do, we can't do? That's how we run this country bankrupt. Excessive, almost mindless importation.
Touring the farms, it is evident that the capacity of small and medium-scale mills in the country needs to be increased to be able to produce good quality rice.
Sometimes we do it locally. We don't have help. And when we do it sometimes, if the thing materializes well, we can enjoy it. But when the thing didn't materialize, we cannot have anything to pay fertilizers and some other chemicals.
In spite of a 49% self-sufficiency ratio, the Buhari-led administration is determined to stop importation, maintaining that the era of imported rice is fast fading.
Before now, they were only growing rice during the rainy season. Right now, there's renewed investment by federal government, to promote dry season rice farming, which means that we'll be able to farm rice all year round.
Ebonyi State, home to the famous Abakaliki rice, is playing host to the Presidential Task Force on Rice Production, which includes Governor of Kebbi State, Abubakar Bagudu, Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, AUDU OGBEH, and the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, GODWIN EMIEFELE. The team is taken round by the Ebonyi State Governor, Dave Umahi, to rice farms and the Abakaliki rice mill. In his address to a group of local farmers, the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, OGBEH, disclosed that there had been tremendous pressure on the government to import rice in order to meet the demand for the commodity. But the downturn in the nation's foreign reserve won't allow it.
Nigeria cannot continue to import rice. We just don't have the money, and that money we're transferring to other people belongs to this farmer and many other farmers in the village. It is time for the farmers to be rich.
On his part, the chairman of the Presidential Task Force on Rice Production is looking beyond self-sufficiency.
Nigeria imports rice, or used to import rice. By God's grace, it should no longer import rice. The world trade in rice is in billions of dollars. Our next target is to be able to compete in that export market, because we are confident that the rice that is produced in Nigeria can compete in all measures of competition.
There, however, appear to be logistical challenges.
Here we produce 180 tons every day in 4 hours. If we are to work in our full capacity, I'm telling you, we will flood rice everywhere that we cannot see buyers to take it up. So today the minister have come here. We will pray that you carry the message to the president so that we can see how they can be coming to get what we produce, to see that Nigerians feed very well.
The governor of CBN, Godwin EMIEFELE, assures the farmers that machines and financial support will be made available to farmers to help address the challenges they face.
We are on this because the president has asked us, myself, the KEBBI State Governor and the Minister of Agri, to embark on an assessment tour. The purpose is to say, look, we've been on this for 1 year. Now, what kind of results do we have? Aside from finding out what the results that we have, we also want to seize the opportunity to determine what are the challenges that are involved. So a comprehensive report will be written. It will be handed over to the president. We're going to have to even invite some of those farmers to come over and even have a session with the president to tell their stories.
The federal government has expressed high hopes that the Anchor Borrowers Program will lift thousands of small farmers out of poverty and generate millions of jobs for unemployed Nigerians, as well as make Nigeria a top rice production hub.